Hello everybody, you're here with Claudio Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today is going to be sort of a continuation from my last video because I just received the new Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, the Multi-Glow and the Pillow Talk Dreams Luxury Palette, and I got another cheek. These two are new, and then a cream cheek that I am wearing that was not new, but it was sold out, and then now they just brought it back, so I got it. And so today is a continuation because I apply from here down most of my face, but I still have to go and use the new quad. And the reason I did it in this separate video is because I want to do many comparisons within the brand. But since it is named Pillow Talk, there's been a lot of, oh, same old, it's just like the others, similar, you know. And so I wanted to see if that is necessarily true or what is different about it. So if you're interested in watching this, please stay tuned. Is that how you say it? Yeah, I think so. Anyhow, you know what I mean. Oh, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Okay, let's continue. So, and if you want to check out that video where I apply most of the stuff, the obviously feature of the video is this Pillow Talk new Multi-Glow, which is what I'm wearing. And I did do swatches of that. These are the four. Let me just show you real quick. And then I did a comparison. This was the Chantecaille. You can go and check it out, the Vitalumiere and the Chanel Rêve de Camellia limited edition. These two are limited editions, but I know a lot of you had it or have it. And so this is what it is compared to this. And that's what I have on my face. All right. But if you want to see how I compare it with some Bobbi Brown, and you know, you can watch that other video. All right, I'll link it down below. So let's continue with the actual Pillow Talk Dream Luxury Palette. Now, if you don't know, Charlotte Tilbury got very big several years ago with her Pillow Talk line. And she had Pillow Talk Quad, Pillow Talk Blush, Pillow Talk Lips, Pillow Talk iPods, Pillow Talk It has a lot to do with this rose gold. And this is the actual famous celebrity Pillow Talk Quad. So this is the original. So what I want you to see is this is a little pinkish and a little brownish, right? And then she has definitely the rose gold and a little bit of the golden. Now, this is very light. It's even light for me. So it was not one of my favorites, but I'm happy I have it. And the actual lipstick, the Pillow Talk lipstick, it was too light for me. So it was also not on my favorites, even though the claim was that they sold one every minute around the world of that color. Later on, they came out with a little more Pillow Talk colors. So I do own the Pillow Talk medium lipstick, and I do love that one. That one was right up my alley. But I needed to show you this because now the new, then they came out with many quads, not called Pillow Talk, but under the same coloring, the same idea, the same realm, whatever. Now, I think they came out with a Pillow Talk like huge quad. I don't think I own that one. Is this it? Yeah. All right. So they did come up with this. These are limited edition holidays. I think by Christmas they come up with one like this. I have like 4 of them. I think that's how many they have come up with. I do own a lot of this brand. I like this brand quite a bit. So, but this is the Pillow Talk Dreams Luxury Palette. Now I have to be very careful because this shade right here came out outside of its place. So I had to pick it up and put it right back. And it's not fully all the way in. So I have a feeling that if I'm not careful, I might crash and it might break. So excuse me that I'll be very careful. This is the new one. This is the original. All right. So we're gonna be swatching this. Now, I did pull out most of the quads that might be familiar to this new one. And to tell you the truth, I did not came across anything. The closest is this one. It's not even a quad. It is the Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look. This one would be the closest I found to the new quad. So you see this color where I have my finger with this one, that, no, it's just not, it's close, but not close, you see? And so, but we're gonna be doing some swatches right on my hand in case. There was this other one, you know, what is this? This is Exaggerated Eyes. I just featured this one, it's one of my favorite. So perhaps this color might be a little bit on the tone. You see, even in how I'm taking it with the light, it looks a little in the burgundy brown sort of thing. They're very interesting colors because you can't say, you see now this one looks a little bit in the orangey. You can't say they're red, they're orange, they're burgundy, they're mauve, you know. That's why I think they perform so well in so many skin colors. So we'll be swatching it. I just wanted you to see. And the last quad that I'm just gonna show you from far, I mean, I already showed it to you, the other Pillow Talk, just to see if you find anything similar. And again, I mean, perhaps some of this, but, right? Maybe if you mix them, you might come up with something similar, but I think they're different. So let's go ahead and try them in the eye first, and then I will be doing some swatches. So this time around, as I got it and I was reading through the, in the back of the quads, there's a number in 1, 2, 3, 4. And so 1 is prime or prepare, 2 is enlarge, 3 is the fine, and 4 is the pop. So if we follow like it says, let's see what comes up. So I'm gonna be using this small brush. It's Charlotte Tilbury, just because I always find that using the brand's brushes is the best for the texture and coloring and everything else. So I'm gonna be using the primer all over, which is obviously bright and golden. So it has a little more of that yellowish and is immediately illuminating quite a lot. So now I wonder, I don't think I'm gonna go all over as a prime. I'm just gonna do the lid for now. But this is the thing about most of her quads, not just this one. If you follow this idea of the prime, enhance, and then what was the other one? Pop and no, define and pop. Just the number 1, the prime, look how beautiful. So if you are in a very casual day, just nice and easy, you just apply that and that looks beautiful. And really, that is with most of her quads. All right, so now the second one, which will be an enhance. This is a matte. Most of her quads are like that. This one has illumination, these 2 are matte, and then the pop of color. So this one, which is the primer, sort of all over. And then now I'm gonna go with this one on the crease. So far, that one applied very nicely. And this one is applying very, very nicely. Now, I'm not surprised because Charlotte Tilbury quality is usually the case. Now, granted, the last couple of years, she has come up with all this, and you know I'm very bad with names, but all this celestial something and da-da. I think people being disappointed with those. I didn't order them. there's like an oyster or something. I didn't order them because they look too light, and you know, like the Pillow Talk, the original, was too light for me. And these ones look a little sparkly and light and sort of there but not there, sort of lilac. And you know, lilac is my favorite, but those just didn't look appealing to me. And I don't know, it has been mixed reviews. Some people have been disappointed, some not. And others are very tired with this sort of coloring, the Pillow Talk, or as I show you, these are similar. Most of the other palettes are similar. So a lot of people are like, oh, more of the same. However, just with this color, this is what made me think of what I'm saying. Just with this color, this very brownish orangey. I mean, I just went crazy in the Sephora sale ordering all this kind of in the brownish blushes, you know, from Patrick Pa and Marriott, and who else did I get? That they all vary in this sort of 90s. I just also bought the Gwen Stefani brand, which is very red lips, but she has a quad that has this orangey burned, it reminds me of the 80s. And so I don't know, I have this feeling that that's where we're going. Look how beautiful. So you might say that Charlotte Tilbury is coming with the same old, but I have to say, it's not same old. This is totally what I'm seeing with the other brands. It's just that she has to do it in a Charlotte Tilbury sort of way. And what does that mean? This rose gold theme that seems that is throughout. And if you watch my other video when I'm explaining all of this, I make a reference. This came with the package. And if you see the whole marketing, I find it like there's a filter on the pictures, because she's a red hair, we know that, and always the rose gold. But you see how now it has this sort of pinkish tone to it, same as the boxes. So obviously, when you come up with the new quad, there's the orangey 80s that I'm talking about, but then it has that mixture with the whole theme that is her, which is this rose golden pinkish. And you'll see, because I'm already looking at the pop, this pop of color, and that has this all over. You see that? So it's not just pink, and I'm trying to see if there's another one that probably came out as pink, but not the lilac pink that I'm referring to. You see, look at this color, and then look at this color. This one has more of that lilac mauve softy. Look at over here, this one pink, but you see it doesn't have that lilac sort of. So it might be the same, however, with the combination of sort of this sort of filter or coloring throughout. You know what I mean? So those are the things that I notice. Those are the things that I care and I get excited about, and you know, maybe you do too. Maybe I'm not very unique on it, but there you have it. So far I'm loving this quad, and I think it's very in for what I'm seeing trending. So now we're gonna go with number 3, which is the fine, which is usually the darkest of all of the quads. In this case, this very dark brown. I'm excited about it. And usually what she means by the fine is sort of eyeline, if you must, or in this case, you see how I'm bringing this up, the fine, like she says it. So in this, you can just leave it like I'm doing with a very sort of an eyeline, or you could bring in a little bit in the crease just to define that crease a little bit more. What I'm seeing with all the youngsters mostly is they don't do this part because obviously they don't have hooded eyes. And so, and right now what I'm seeing trending a lot, you know, like with all the youngsters, is just the eyeline. And the eyeliner, it could be liquid or it could be just shade, but the wing, this sort of, but not like the 60s where the wing was very pronounced, although I do see it also, you know, when Stefani came out with the red lips and the very defined sort of eyeline. So I do see that, but mostly I see a very delicate kind of wing, sort of a, you know, Selena Gomez, what's the other girl's name that I always reference to? She came out in The Voice. She has like beautiful voice. Ariana. Well, you know, I'm terrible with names, so I apologize for that. But my point is, I keep seeing this trend on a very, I don't know, half of a line, because they emphasize sort of right here, but then they put the shade, the eyeshadow on top to soften it up. So I'm also seeing a lot of kind of lining in here, very, very more pronounced, and then just very light of what I'm discussing over here, where you see the line on the bottom here and then soften it up with the shade. That's what I keep seeing. I haven't got into that train, maybe because it takes me a while to get to the train, and because probably you need to have a little more technique than I do. You know, it will take me a little longer to take the pencil and do the little tiny line and then do this. But I have to mention it just so you know that I'm watching the pictures, what's trending, you youngsters. Yes, I am. Now I feel like that's how I'm gonna end up talking with them. Oh, yes, I can still see what the trending makeup is. Oh my. Oh, by the way, my birthday's coming up in a week. And I'm gonna be 55. Oh, I'm whispering. I don't know. Everybody's asking me what am I gonna do for my big 50. And I have nothing planned. Yeah, some friends said, let's go and take a girls trip. My mom says, you know, take a vacation somewhere. My husband wanted to make a big dinner party, whatever. I don't know, girls. I mean, I don't know if this is hormonal or what, but I get more excited to be here with you making videos. I guess this is old age. All right, concentrate. So we will find out together what ends up happening. Well, that's as much as I'm gonna do. And of course I have to add the pop of color, which is, I think is coming. I'm doing this because remember I said it fall off. So I'm trying to see if it just clicks back in place and I don't have to worry about breaking, because the whole thing came out. It's a miracle I didn't break it. All right, putting it back on. So I'm going to do this and do the pop of color. Oh, wow. Darker than I thought. But I like it. Because the reality is, wow. The reality is this one was highlighting enough that if I didn't want that dark, you know, on this side, for example, I can just add the brighten. Let's do that first. I mean, we already did it, right? Because that's the first step I did, but I did it with the brush. So there you have it. See, this will be a more brightening. And we're gonna use the smaller brush here, this one. If you've seen my brush video, I talk about this traveling case, which really has all the brushes you need for Charlotte Tilbury mainly, but you can sort of survive traveling with just this brushes that I've been using here. And now I'm demonstrating why. So I put a little bit on the inner of the lightest of all. And so I want you to notice that this could be a look. without the darker shade. Maybe I did not apply enough of the crease here. There you have it. And so, did I not apply this on this side? Have you been watching? No, I forgot. I was so involved in my conversation with you all. And we haven't done the swatches. Okay, concentrate. So, this is with the, not the darker pop of color, just the illuminating. Very nice, very soft, very lovely. But I happen to like it, of course. I mean, there's a reason, there's a rhyme or reason why the experts chose these colors to go the way they're intended. And this is why they do it for us. So we don't have to figure it out. And you know, as much as I like to play with makeup, I really appreciate that thought. Reason being is because I know at the end, it will look good. So I am gonna apply some of the lightest. You know how they suggested to put it primer all over and I didn't because I was a little afraid of the shiny. But now I did it. So another reason why this is so on trend, this totally reminds me of Rowan. You know those? Let me see if I can pull one out here real quick. I don't know if the new golden or the older. No, I think this is Gold Loss. No, these are not gonna be it. But let's see if this other one, I think you had a lot more of those coppers, yeah. See this? It has that, look at this too. Reddish, golden, rose. Let me swatch them, I'm curious. Now, I don't want to deviate because we have a lot to swatch on just the Charlotte Tilbury. But now I'm curious because when I look at my eyes, it reminds me of this quad. See that? All right, so that's good to know. I'm going to apply some mascara, and I should say I would be right back. Let me see if I can do it here on camera real quick. And I wanted to apply some Pillow Talk eyeliner. Where is my Pillow Talk eyeliner? Was I not prepared for this? If you're curious of where I'm looking, I have several of this sort of, and so I have a lot of eyeline pencils in there. I don't have it all stick up because I do have some stick up, like the Victoria Beckham. And one of you asked me for vanity tour. Oh, let me sharpen this. So one of you asked me for a vanity tour, and I actually had to Google what a vanity tour was. And I love that idea. Of course, I will show you my desk and how I organize my makeup. I don't think you're gonna find anything unique, but it's always fun to watch, right? And I don't know how long you've been following me, but at the beginning I started in a different place. And so that's where my vanity was, and it was organized in that way, including the wall with the mirror and my perfumes and things like that. Because of filming, I had to move to this room. So right now there's just lighting in front of me. But still, I'll give you a little tour of how I organize my vanity and decluttering. I need to declutter. So now I'm gonna apply some Pillow Talk push-up lashes. I do like this, this mascara. So this is the Pillow Talk mascara. And I think this is gonna be the final look. I love the quad, guys. I love the quad. It also reminds me, I'm gonna put a little more of this Pillow Talk All Over Glow. All right, It reminds me, and I'm surprised I don't have this here. Well, let's do some swatches. Oh, so this is a quad. So this is the quad we're looking at today. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is the primer illuminating, the crease, the defining, and the pop of color. This is the Rowan. I'll just show you. All right, so now let's have fun with this. The first I'm gonna put is this reddish from Copper Charge. Okay, Copper Charge doesn't simulate, I mean, perhaps a little bit on the tone, but this is definitely more in the copper. So we're done with that one. Now, the one that I thought was the closest was this one. Let me check here. So 1, 2, 3. I think this is the closest to this. No, there's this and this. So you might say these two are the same, but in real life, well, so this one with this one. This one will look a lot more orangey. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. This is the closest it will get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swatch many of this in my arm so we don't go forever. And then I'll do a video of swatches. And that way you can see all the swatches in one arm compared to this new quad. But this is the new quad, there you have it. So yeah, could it be similar to this? Could it be similar to this that is Rowan? It's all going in the same direction, but they're not exactly the same. So my conclusion is this is the final look. We can apply a little bit of Rosy Glow, yeah, pump. I like this gloss since we're all glowy. And we're gonna call it a day. I love this gloss. Charlotte Tilbury has several glosses under her belt. I love the pumps because she has like this other ones that are very one-dimensional in my opinion. But a little more illuminating and fun. And this is Walk on No Shame, I think. Yeah, a more reddish. But these pumpy ones, I love. Look, my lips look pumped up. So my dog is starting to bark. So we're gonna wrap this up here. You can tell that swatching is not my best. There's an art to everything. But I hope this was helpful. And final thoughts, I love the quad. I love the all over glow. And I think it's worth it. And the other blush I have right now is the Lip and Cheek Color of Dreams, which I love. So I love this brand. What can I tell you? Do I think it's worthwhile? Yes. Is it a lot easier to do that the Rowan? I think so. It's very similar sort of look. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do at this moment. Please ring the bell on the right hand. Please thumbs up. Please comment down below. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.